quiet, atmospheric tone. High atop a mountain peak, bathed in wind and moonlight, Hanuman stood alone. He had crossed continents to reach this objective, but looking down at the vast city of Lanka, the sheer scale of the challenge finally came into focus. The city was a fortress of staggering proportions. A massive golden rampart encircled the perimeter. The gates were heavily guarded by a well-trained army, operating with the precision of a celestial guard, and flanked by terrifying serpent protectors. This flowchart illustrates the intimidation factor. Facing a vastly superior opponent triggers a primal fear response, forcing one of two pathways: immediate retreat or unchecked aggression. Both terminate in failure. Retreat abandons the mission. Blind aggression gets you neutralized. Hanuman experiences the same sensory input, but he bypasses both pathways. Instead of giving in to panic or rage, he maintains absolute calm. He looks at the golden ramparts and the serpent guards and conducts a cold, objective assessment of the city's structural defenses. Maintaining psychological neutrality allows a leader to observe a hostile landscape clearly, ensuring the environment doesn't dictate the strategy before the first move is even made. Standing on the wall, Hanuman acknowledges that Lanka's scale could easily overwhelm a solo operative. To navigate this, he relies on a specific internal anchoring technique to maintain his resolve. He runs through an internal checklist, actively summoning the memory of his allies. He focuses on Sugriva's command over the Vanaras, Rama's unwavering strength, and Lakshmana's courage, using their specific attributes to fortify his own sense of capability. This diagram shows the leadership practice of distributed confidence. By anchoring personal courage in the proven collective capability of the broader team, the leader becomes a central node stabilized by the network. External pressure is absorbed by the group rather than resting solely on one individual. Hanuman needs stability immediately. His assessment is interrupted when the Guardian of Lanka, a massive, shifting spirit, violently materializes from the shadows to challenge him. Because Hanuman practices distributed confidence, he absorbs the shock. When a hostile gatekeeper suddenly appears to derail the mission, he doesn't lose his emotional center. The Guardian immediately deploys aggressive tactics. Towering over him, she hurls insults, calls him a foolish trespasser, and absolutely denies him entry, attempting to bait him into a reactive, ego-driven brawl. Hanuman tries diplomatic de-escalation first. He ignores the insults and clearly states a simple objective. He just wants to observe the city's architecture and return. The Guardian rejects diplomacy. She unleashes a terrifying cry and strikes Hanuman with a crushing, lethal blow, forcing him into a physical confrontation. Hanuman throws a counterstrike to defend himself, but mid-action, he makes a critical choice. He consciously tempers his anger. He pulls his punch, applying enough force to stop the Guardian, but showing respect and mercy to spare her life. This bar chart compares two metrics in crisis management: maximum potential force, which sits high on the axis, and the force required for objective, which is significantly lower. This is the force-to-objective ratio. Applying maximum force destroys secondary value and burns capital. As the indicator stops at the required line, we see how calibrated force neutralizes the threat while preserving future options. A leader's effectiveness is defined by their ability to precisely throttle force in the middle of a crisis, even when maximum destruction is within reach. The immediate aftermath of that calibrated strike is revealing. The Guardian is physically defeated, but as she rises from the dust, her tone shifts entirely. She is psychologically humbled by the mercy she was just shown. This restraint yields immediate strategic value. The Guardian willingly discloses critical intelligence, an ancient prophecy from Brahma himself, confirming that her defeat to a Vanara signals the inevitable doom of Ravana's empire. The Guardian, who moments ago swore to kill him, now urges Hanuman to enter the city. She grants him safe passage, allowing him to move freely towards his objective. Consider the alternative. If Hanuman had delivered a lethal blow, he would have won the skirmish, but he would have permanently destroyed a vital source of intelligence and triggered every alarm in Lanka. Unchecked aggression might clear an immediate obstacle. But profound capability, paired with strategic restraint, turns entrenched gatekeepers into vital allies, and that is how you win the broader mission.